Hello and welcome to the Daily Gas for July 9th, 2025, called Literally No One by Philip Newman. Normal Sudoku rules apply, non-consecutive. Digits in orthogonally adjacent cells cannot be consecutive. So what does that mean? Well, first of all, consecutive means they have a difference of 1, as Philip Newman notes. Um, so I guess, for example here, well, it's kind of hard, but 8. 8 has a difference of 1 with 7 and 9. So 7 and 9 cannot go in these cells. And I guess that's a decent example because 9 could go in any of these 4 cells by Sudoku, but in this case we know it's not allowed by our non-consecutive rules. The same is true here, right? Obviously the 2 and 4 are already placed, but then that would tell us, if we didn't know the 2, 4, that none of these cells, orthogonally adjacent, right, they share an edge, can be that difference of 1. So with that awkward explanation aside, hopefully it all made sense. Those are the rules. Let's just jump right into it. All right, so recording this a little bit later than I usually do. So it was a long day today, but where in the world do we start? Where in the world do we start? I guess this is something right off the bat here. 8 is going to go in one of these 2 cells, which means 8 goes in one of these 2 cells, but that's not enough information. We have a number of 6s and 7s and 2s and 3s. There's got to be something, Sudoku. I guess, like, for example, 2 can't go in these cells by Sudoku, and it can't go in this cell by non-consecutive. So 2 goes in one of these 3 cells, which points up, which means 2 goes in one of those 2 cells. But the problem then becomes how do we... Oh, sorry, folks. We have the 3 here. And actually, I guess also I'm noticing that we have a kind of semi-exponential symmetry because there's a 9 in the center here. So there is going to be some asymmetry, but we can use these ideas like with the 3 and the 7 to start placing digits. 3 has to go in one of these 2 cells. Well, it can't be next to the 4 because 4 and 3 are consecutive to each other. So this is going to be 3 here. 7, we can actually do the exact same thing here. 7 can't go here, so it must go here. Then sure, that's helpful for some reason. And as soon as I figure out what that reason is, I will let you know. Um, 4, 3, 5 is already taken care of. 5, we can't place 6 in any of these cells, but we have no way to make like a pointing set with that. Oh, well, then maybe we need to consider the boundary here. No, because it already has 6, 7 next to it, right? So 4 can't go in any of these cells, but that doesn't do it for me. Pun not intended. Where am I looking? It's not so obvious to me. Almost 3 minutes in, and it just doesn't feel like I'm seeing what Philip wants me to see. I guess there is 5 by Sudoku and 5 by Sudoku. Then, again, we don't get that nice 5 in the center, which would, I think, make this X windmill. Because I think if you're considering 5s, then, yeah, I think non-consecutive is an X windmillable constraint, but not in this case. Like, just like before, there has to be just something that is just easy that I'm not spotting. Like 1 in this row has options. 6 in this row has options, and of course, oh, but one second. 7, 8. Oh no, so this is 7, 9, sorry. I would say 7, 8 are restricted here, but they're not. 7 is restricted here, which we already knew because 7 was going to be in one of these two cells, but we don't have a 6 or 8 to restrict the 7 in these two cells. I guess we really shouldn't expect an 8. I guess 8 could... Oh no, it can't go here because we already looked at this and said 8 has to go in one of these two cells. So 8 is either here or here, and neither of those would interact with the 7. Wow. Completely drawing a blank on this one. And as always, in hindsight, it'll make a ton of sense. One thing that we do know that normally happens, or normally often happens with non-consecutive, is that you get roping in at least one direction. I don't know if that's like always the case with non-consecutive that you'll have roping in one direction. You can have, of course, roping in both directions, but I don't think that's necessarily required to meet just non-consecutive. If it was like non-consecutive with like anti-king and anti-knight, I think that's when you have to have double directional roping in all the horizontal and vertical columns. But yeah, anyways, it's not a hard and fast rule that I'm already familiar with. So let's be smart actually, and let's consider these fives and the sixes that it places. After all the rambling and thinking I've done, I'm actually starting to see something valuable. And I say that, and then immediately, how does that help us? I guess 4 can't go next to 5. We've had that since we had the 6. 6 can't go next to 5, so 6 goes here. So then 4 here gives us 4 in one of these two cells, which place it... Oh, no, actually we know 5, so 4 gets placed here. That gives us 4 here. We get 4 here, and that gives us 4 here. And 6, theoretically, we should see something similar, right? This will be 6 here. That gives us 6 here. Excuse me. That gives us 6 here, 6 here, and that is all of the 6s. Then, how does that help our 7s? Oh, it does insofar as we had the 7 pair that I forgot about across here. So we get 7 here, and of course with the 6 placed, we get 7 here. 3. Now, the same exact way goes here and here. We're seeing the symmetry coming into play, and 3 is not limited here, so that doesn't help. Oh, but 3 is limited here, and actually 7 is limited here in the same way. Then 3 here, 3 can't go there, so 3 goes here, which places 3 here. 7 is the exact same thing. It can't go next to the 6, so 7 goes here, and 7 goes there. And that should be all of our 7s and our 3s. The next part of that will be, I guess, get some more 2s down. We already knew 2 had to go in one of these two cells. 2 goes in one of these two cells. There is the roping, by the way, we were talking about. 6, 3, 7, 6, 3, 7, 3, 4, 7, 3, 4, 7, 3, 4, 7. So I don't know if we necessarily should expect roping in the other direction, though it's possible, right? It could be the case, but I don't think it's required for us to be able to satisfy the variant. 8 does just place 8 here. 2 does just place 2 there. 8 go, well, that's the thing. 8's going to go in one of these two cells, so we get 8 here, right? 2, 8, 4, I guess that's really what I should be thinking about is we're roped here. So 2, 8, 4, and then because we're roped, 8, 2, 6, 8, 2, 6, 2, 8 here, and 1, 5, 9. 1 can't go next to 2, so this is 9. Um, hmm. Oh, well, 9 can't go here or here. Sorry, because of the 8. So this is 9, and then that gives us 9 here, and then 1, 5 is resolved thanks to that too. So 1, 5, 5, 1, 8 gives us the 1, 9. Here, 1 gives us 1, 9, and we get 1, 9 there. And then we do get roping in both directions. So we did guess that that could be the case, but we didn't know for sure. 572, 7264, or 279 actually here, sorry. I forgot it's not perfectly symmetric, so 641, 649 here. I guess, sorry, that is X windmill, isn't it? So then where does it break here? We get the 9 here, we get 2 here, 2 gives us 2. Is this not 8 then? Something here has to misplace because 5 goes here, and then, yeah, this is 8, and this is 1. So the 1, 5 actually go across from each other here. So it plays out pretty much just like X windmill, except for this final little bit at the end where we get 8 and 1, and we are done. Just under 10 minutes, with literally no one, by Philip Newman. So, yeah, definitely struggled to break into that for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I'll blame the fact that it's a little late at night and yeah, whatever. I clearly I missed the clever piece that Philip wanted to see. I think in the end we got there, but probably not as elegant as Philip entailed. Hopefully you guys saw it, and with that, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.